want to walk up to your bus. You want to observe everything. You want to check under the bus and make sure no leakage from none of your fluids or anything. So now you start from the top. I'm checking my clearance lights, my ambers, my red. They're all secure, not cracked or broken. My school bus lettering is legible. My window is not cracked or damaged. My inspection sticker is up to date. My windshield wipers are in place. Then come down to my grill. My grill is free of debris. Checking my cross view mirrors. Checking to make sure they're secure, not cracked or broken. I'm checking my turn signal and my headlights. They're secure, not cracked or broken. Coming out here to my cross arm. It comes out. My license plate is in place. My bumper is in place. And my number 56 is in place. I'm checking again. Any leaks or anything like that. So now you want to come over to the side. I'm on that hood. Check to make sure my mirror is secure, not cracked or broken. Come to my other side. Make sure my mirrors are secure, not cracked or broken. I'm unlatching my hood. Now, you want to work your way from the inside to out. Check my hub oil seal cover. Checking my lug nuts, make sure all in place. I'm checking my rim for no rust or damage. I'm checking my valve stem, make sure it has a cap cover on it. I'm checking my brake drum, it's in place, in good condition. I'm checking my outside tire wall, no cuts, damages, or bruises. I'm checking my tire tread, which is 432, cannot be recaps or retreads. I'm checking my inside tire wall, no cuts, damages, or bruises. I'm checking my slack adjuster, my carter pin, and my push rod. It's all in place and secure. I'm checking my air chamber hose, no hits and no dry rot. Checking my steering linkage, steering box, steering arm. It's secure with the carter pin in place. Checking my shocks, make sure it's mounted to the bus frame. I don't hear no hissing sounds from that. Checking stack, make sure my leaf springs are stacked properly with the U-bolt. And my mounts are in place. Now I'm checking my fluids. My transmission, my oil, my power steering, my coolant is all at the correct levels. I'm checking my air compressor with my copper tubing. No kinks or no hissing sounds. Now I'm gonna walk away to my other side. All right, now I'm on my other side of my engine. I'm checking my alternator belt. I'm checking to make sure my fan moves freely. I'm checking my windshield wiper fluid, make sure all my fluids in correct level. I'm checking my overall hoses and wirings. Then after this time, this is when you lock your hood up.
Alright.
Alright, now you come to your back of your bus. I'm checking my clearance lights, my ambers, my reds, they're all secure, not cracked or broken. My school bus lettering and my emergency door lettering is legible. My windows are not cracked or damaged. I'm opening my back door. I'm checking my seal and my kick plate, make sure it's all in place. Then, I'm into my lights, my turn signals, brake lights, reverse lights, my tail lights. All secure, not cracked or broken. My license plate is in place. My bus number is in place. And all my reflectors are in place. Check to make sure my bumper is secure. Check to make sure my exhaust is free of debris. Alright, now I'm going to check my side of my bus. Always start from the top, work your way down to the bottom. Check my clearance lights, make sure they're all secure, not broken. Checking all my windows, make sure they're not cracked or damaged. My windspread James City counter lettering. My bus number is legible. My turn signal is in place. And I come down here to my teeth. Check to make sure my cap is on and hasn't been tampered with. And also, I'm checking my fuel tank and my fuel cage. I'm checking my emergency reflectors. There should be 3 of them in here. At 3, 1, 2, 3. Now at this point, you get down under your bus.
All right.
Now, the only time you get under the bus is in training and doing testing. All right? So now I'm going to check my drive shaft that's connected to my differential, which is a big round thing in the middle. I'm checking my U-bolts to make sure they are secure. I'm checking my exhaust. I'm checking my overall frame. Now I'm checking my air chamber hose, my slack adjuster, my push rod, my shocks, and in between my tires. Make sure my tires are not touching or nothing in between them. All right? All right, so now you want to start with your back tire. You want to start with your inside and work your way out. Check my axle seal cover. Make sure no oil, no leaks or anything. All my bolts are in place. Checking all my lug nuts. Make sure they're all in place. Make sure my rim has no welding or damage. I'm checking my valve still. Make sure it has its cover on. I'm checking my outside tire wall. No cuts, damages, or bruises. My tire tread in the back is 232. It can be recaps and retreads. And then over here, I'm checking my leaf springs. They're stacked properly. And that single bar at the bottom, my torsion bar. It is all secure and mounted to the frame. Then we're going to walk towards the door. I'm checking to make sure my door opens and closes freely. I'm going to walk here to my handrail and make sure my handrail is secure. My stairwell lights in place. My floor has no damage, no bubbles. My lettering is legible. I'm checking my spill kit, make sure it has a seal in place. Checking my first aid kit, make sure it has a seal in place. Then here, I check my fire extinguisher and make sure my fire extinguisher is in the green. At this point, this is when I turn my bus to the on position. Then as the bus does the system check, I'm gonna start checking my seats. Checking my bottoms and my tops to make sure they are secure. None of them should be lifting up. Alright, so now I'm at the back of the bus now. I'm going to check my back door. And listen for the emergency buzzer. Now, I'm going to check my floor, make sure no bubbles or kinks in my floor. I'm looking at my dome lights. All my lenses are in place. So now I'm going to check my emergency roof hatch. I'm checking for my emergency buzzer. Checking my windows. Checking for my emergency buzzers. And I come up here, I'm checking my other roof hatchet. Make sure my sound buzz on that also. Now I'm gonna come up here to my seat. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my safety belt on. I'm gonna blow my horn. Make sure my wheel has no more than 2 inches of play in it. I'm gonna check my left mirror. I should be able to see all the way to the back of my bus. I'm gonna check my right mirror. Make sure I can see all the way to the back of my bus. Now, as I start doing my accessories, strobe light should be on during inclement weather. My driver dome light is on. My student dome lights are on. My heated mirror should, when wintertime comes, my windows are foggy. My rear heater, low, high. Defrost fan, low, high. Driver heater, low, high. Left driver fan, low, high. Right driver fan, low, high. I'm going to turn my headlights on. I'm going to do my turn signals. Right turn signal, left turn signal. High beam, low beam. Windshield wiper fluid, low, high. Four-way hazards, on and back off. Now I'm going to turn my headlights off. Alright, at this point I'm going to start my bus up. The normal temperature range for your water before moving should be between 180 and 200. Your oil pressure should be between 30 and 60. My RPM should move when I give the bus some gas. My speedometer should be moving while the bus is moving. My battery voltage between 12 and 14. My fuel between full and 3/4. My air pressure between 120 and 125. At this point, I move over to my gear. I'm checking to make sure my backup buzzer sounds. Take it all the way down to 1. Back up to neutral. My gear moves freely. At this point in time, we're about to do our air brake test. So what you want to do is engine off, key on. Wait till the bus does a system check. The first thing you want to do is release your parking brake. At this time, it should drop no more than 2 psi. You want to press and hold for at least a minute. And release. It should drop no more than 3 psi. At this point is you start pumping down. At 60, my low air buzzer comes on. At 30 or below, my parking brake should pop out. At this point, I'm going to start my engine back up. And I'm going to build my pressure back up. Now my pressure is back up between 120 and 125. So the first thing I want to do is I want to cover my foot brake, put the bus in drive. The bus shouldn't move. I'm going to release it, go forward, and stop. The bus should stop and it shouldn't pull side to side. At this point in time, I'm going to hit my lamp check switch. I'm going to get out and do my walk around. At this time, all my lights should be working. High beam, low beam, turn signal, amber, red. All my lights will be on in the back. Now I'm back in my seat. I hit my brake pedal, turn my headlights back on. At this point in time, this is when I turn my master flash on. And this is when I should see my cross arm, and I should see my stop sign. Then after that, I grab my pre-trip paper and fill it out. This is how we conduct a pre-trip in Williamsburg, James City County Schools.